The most scariest moments on Survivor. Hello guys, welcome back to another video here on Film Sing. Survivor is one unique reality program. The survival aspect, being one of the key ingredients of its success, has helped make the show a cultural phenomenon. There is something about the watching people survive that makes for a fantastic television. Unfortunately, the survival aspect has resulted in a lot of scary moments. In this video, we're going to show you that, and we'll be taking a look at the most scariest moments on the show. Caleb nearly dies of heat stroke. Perhaps the scariest moment in Survivor history, the viewers were forced to watch Caleb Reynolds nearly die of heat stroke, one of the wildest medical evacuations in the history of the show. Caleb was competing in a reward challenge when he collapsed from the heat and exhaustion. What followed was a slew of disturbing sights and sound. Concerned medics rushed over to help. Caleb was making audible groans and gasps of desperation, and the typically resolute Jeff Probst looked genuinely scared and panicked. It was obvious that Caleb was in need of serious help, and watching someone in such obvious danger never makes for entertaining viewing. Russell passes out in Samoa. Samoa is famous for the two Russells, Russell Hantz, who wrecked his own game with a horrible social gameplay, and Russell Swan. The latter is well known for his horrifying medical evacuations, which saw him collapsing during a challenge. The initial collapse is one of the most disturbing sights from the show, as he passes out on the board itself, his unconscious body left dangling from the corner while his teammates look on in bewilderment and concern. It's a disturbing image that may forever remain burned in the memories of Survivor viewers, a perfect visual representation of the show's danger. Brandon Hantz throws his own game. Following the success of Russell Hantz, yes, the guy we just spoke about previously, Survivor brought his nephew Brandon to capitalize on the fame. Despite a strong game in South Pacific, Hantz's reputation was permanently tarnished with his scary departures from Carmoan. Hantz began acting increasingly unstable throughout the season, which culminated in him dumping the camp's rice and beans all over the sand and threatening to fight Philip Shepard. Viewers and players were freaked out by the incident and genuinely worried for Hantz's mental well-being. Watching someone's emotional breakdown is never fun, and this incident horrifically proved the mental tolls that Survivor takes on its contestants. Michael burns his hands in the fire. Next, we have Michael Skupin, the first player to be medically evacuated after falling into a campfire during the Australian outback. Skupin was reportedly tending to the fire when he accidentally inhaled the smoke and passes out in the flames and embers. The filming of the sequence is horrifically ambiguous, as viewer hears a blood-curdling scream before footage cuts to Skupin racing towards the water. It's unclear exactly what happened, which only adds to the disturbing unease. It's only later that viewers learn the unsettling truth as the camera focuses on one of the show's most grotesque image, loose and burned skin dangling off Michael's raw hand. Jenny's earbug. The threat of living in the wilderness is very real. Just ask Jennifer Lanzetti, who suffered a bug crawling into her ear. In some ways, this is Survivor's most disturbing moment, as it is rooted in a very grounded fear. Many people hate bugs, and many have fear of bugs crawling on their body, let alone entering an orifice. Unfortunately, viewers were forced to watch a crying Lanzetti squirm around in pain while describing the sensations of the bug's scuttling legs inside her head. It was both visually and audibly petrifying. Luckily, eventually crawled itself out and left Lanzetti physically unharmed. Shane's erratic behavior. While many Survivor fans think that Shane Powers should get a second chance at the game, others were left too unnerved by his bizarre behavior to even consider it. Shane is one of the show's most divisive characters, as his actions were both problematic and concerning. He exploded in several scary outbursts owing to nicotine withdrawal. He walked around the camp completely naked, he began using a piece of wood as a blackberry, and he even threatened to stalk and kill another contestant, jokingly. But it still proves disturbing. Some of it can be chalked out to eccentric peculiarities, but some think they were watching a man teetering to a brink of mental instability. Finding human remains. Aside from the introductions of fan favorite Boston Rob, Survivor's Marquesas is famous for the human remains sequence. On day 19, a group of contestants found a small pile of human bones, including small bits of ribcage and a fractured skull. As one contestant notes, the fracture proofs indicates of blunt force trauma, meaning the unknown persons could have been a victim of a murder. The eerie music, visuals of a human bones, and the implications of violence all combined to make one of the most troubling sequences in the series' history. That brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this one, Survivor audience. Did we miss any horrid moments that you like to share? Let us know in the comment sections down below. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.